guys, welcome to the 26th episode of the Spartan Times. My name is Emily, and make sure to stay tuned until the end of the show where we take an inside look at a very talented music producer right here on campus. But first, let's begin with our final Spartan Spotlight of the year, Andrew Waychus.
I found out about dirt bike racing when I was maybe like 13 years old, and I got into racing because one of my friends told me to get a dirt bike because he got one. He didn't want to ride alone, and that's just how I got into it. And then I started looking up videos, and that's how I got into racing. Some of the injuries, I have actually gotten hurt. Some of the injuries I've had were stitches to my chin when I started out riding my bike, broken collarbone, my left one. That was like maybe a year in, my third or fourth race, and broke my leg, dislocated my right leg too, and a bunch of other stuff on my left leg. So basically what the other stuff that happened is that when I broke my leg, I also severed my artery, and I broke my leg right here, got a scar right here. I have four or five screws in my leg, and I also have this other big scar right here. That's because when I severed my artery, I started bleeding internally, and basically that big scar is because they had to cut my leg open and to let all the blood out, let all the pressure out, or else then they would have had to amputate it if I didn't get that surgery in time. And it was a good thing that I did get the surgery because I still have my leg now, and I'm still racing. After the surgery, I was out for 10-11 months, but I had one race in between, and that was really the factor that decided if I was going to go back into it or not, see if I still wanted to race. I got second place in that race. My parents were proud. I was proud of myself, mostly because I had just come off a really bad injury and I still wasn't fully healed yet, and that's what really pushed me to keep on racing after the other 6 months that I had to go through, and I'm still racing. Actually, I had a couple of sponsorships. Some of the sponsorships I had were Muscle Milk. Very, very grateful to have a sponsorship from them. Also, GoPro. That's a really big one. I also had one from Atlas Racing, Honey Stinger, the protein bars, Dunlop tires, and many more. I actually stopped racing a couple months ago. The reason I stopped racing was because I was going to start getting LOC. I was already absent 5 times in the first month. And that's already bad. I'm a junior now, and I was also in a pretty big slump. I was coming off of 2 races that didn't go my way. I crashed both. My bike handlebars broken, stuff like that.
Thanks, Brandon, for that look at Andrew. He certainly deserves a spotlight. On the subject of spotlight, we recently produced a PSA shining a light on the growing epidemic in our country, drug abuse. Let's check it out.
Hey, I'm here. Where are you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
Thank you to the AV students for producing this educational PSA. Remember, drug abuse can wreck not only yourself, but your family. Speaking of families, one family here on campus that certainly enjoys each other's company is the baseball team. Here's a quick recap of their season.
Hey Spartans, I'm Ayana, right here outside of our school. Let's talk about our baseball team here on campus and see how their season is going.
Going pretty good, been winning games, and by me getting better, just honestly been getting in my progressions and getting work done in practice.
Well, our season has been pretty good, honestly. We won several games, and the way I progress in this game is just by doing my stuff, just be out here, try to work on what you can, and just improving by it. The team is actually like a pretty good family to me. It's something that you and I can forget once you graduate from high school. And the way we work as a team, we put each other up. Whoever has attitude, we can just try to be there for them, control them, and tell them how we actually do these things out here at Purple Hills.
Showing up to practice almost every day throughout the whole week, and then sometimes on Saturday, and then from when we get here, we have to be here in the field like 3:20 and ready, and start practicing until like maybe 6.
I mean, I don't feel off. They make me feel like family sometimes, or all the time, so it's not really different, or yeah, it's just fun being with them. Softball, it was a lot quicker, and adjusting to baseball, it's a lot faster and they throw harder, so I guess I just had to keep up with them and kind of just build strength in order to continue.
In the very beginning of the season, we had a rough start. Actually, preseason we were doing very well, and then come district games, we had a rough start. So, I mean, it was up until recently that we started, bonding a lot better, getting a lot better together.
It made me become mentally tougher. It also helped me become more dedicated, not only in sports but in school. And it brought me closer to all the people near around me.
As you can see, Spartans, our great baseball team had a good season, thanks to the help of teamwork and cooperation. This is Ayana signing off. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ayana and Nicole, for that great story. The baseball and softball season just wrapped up, but we wanted to say awesome job to all our Spartan athletes on a great season. Our last story today comes from Ethan with a behind-the-scenes look at a music producer right here on campus. Well, that's going to be it for me, Spartans. I'm Emily, and I'll catch you guys later.
I'm Zach Avila, and I'm a music producer. I started off playing guitar at a really young age, and then went to piano. I started producing my own stuff back in 2017, mainly because I've always been interested in how music is made and everything. I started professionally doing it in October of 2018. I've had a lot of influences in my life that have inspired a lot of songs that I've made and produced. It would be from heartbreaks, and then it would go from just being in love with someone. There's been a time where I wanted to give up because I went through a creative block. It's I don't know what I'm gonna do or how this is gonna sound. I don't know what I'm gonna add. I don't know how this is gonna sound. So it's kind of I didn't know what to do, what to make. I felt like I didn't have any inspiration, even though I had so much inspiration in front of me. The last time I really had fun working on a project was with me and my 2 other friends. We did this one song, and it took us 4 months, but it was really fun because I kept playing around with the sounds. I kept trying new things out. I was always oh my God, how is this gonna sound? What if I put this in? And then when I put that in, it sounded really cool. And yeah, that was the funnest thing I've ever done. I worked with Syra. She did a song with Skrillex called Bangarang. And the reason why I like working with her so much is because she comes in with exactly what she wants to do. She knows how she wants the song to sound. She knows where she wants everything to be placed. She comes in with lyrics all fully ready. She's just really open-minded to everything. You can really do anything with it. You can make whatever you want with it. it connects to a bunch of people who speak different languages. Yeah, that's what I love about music.
Do you know who Zach Avila is?
Yes.
Who is he?
He is a classmate of mine that I know because of this AV class. He works at the Beacon studio right next to the Guitar Center. And basically he just helps other artists with their music. So he knows his stuff on music, like engineering wise.
Would you ever be interested with working with Zach in the future or anything?
Yeah, definitely. Cause like I've heard the type of sound that he has, and it'd be really cool to kind of mix that up. So, yeah.